How's YouTube doing? We got Dougie in the house. Dougie is a short hair exotic. He's semi-matted, impacted. Ooh, yeah. Little man. Little man. Alright, I guess we'll start with his nails. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? He's like, I'm alright. I've been better. Really? What's happening? He's like, I don't know. They're just not feeding me the food that I used to eat. Oh, they changed your food on you. Got it. Yeah, that happens. That can happen. That can happen when you get older. Yeah, you gotta go on like some kind of special diet. Yep. Yipper. He's like, well, I hate it. It's disgusting. Really? Oh, I've got some tuna flakes. I could send your daddy home with some tuna flakes and he could sprinkle it on your food. He's like, that sounds good. He's like, let me taste it. All right, I'll go get some. We'll do a taste test. We'll do a taste test. Where's my favorite piano comb? It's missing. Yummy. Oh well. The piano comb is really the long hair version of this comb, which is more for a short haircut anyway, which is the number 13 by Chris Christensen, right? All right, let's get some tuna. Tuna. We'll get some tuna. All right, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, you like it? You seemed a little interested. There. He's like, that smells good. All right, that's just dried bonito flakes. All right, so I'm gonna pull out my power tools to try to break down this coat. He's got some massive clumps. So we're going to work with this detangling spray by Lay Coach. We're gonna try and work out those knots. Try to loosen them up a little bit. And then we're gonna take this comb, right? Really big wide tooth comb, and we're gonna try and break this apart. In theory, right? In theory. In theory. Hello. How are you, Sherry? How are you? And say hi to Dougie. Say hi to Dougie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I should have another camera base on this side. So if the cat's facing that way, we'll use that camera. If it's facing that way, we can put the camera that way. That's a great idea. So I'm kind of breaking apart his knot by going in every direction using that Lay Pooch detangling spray. Leave that right there where you can see it. So you just go into where that knot is and you just pull at it from every angle, right? Yeah. Are you assuming the position? He's like, yeah. What do you think of the tuna? Do you like it? He's like, it's all right. You don't even want to taste it? It'll melt right in your mouth. Here, try it. Taste it. He's like, nah. It's too fishy. You're a cat. Yeah, I know. It's too fishy. Alrighty then. Alright, now let's see if we can break it apart with this one. Yep, it's coming out. It's a coming. We're kind of hooking them out, right? Just kind of hooking. You're using like just the first 2 or 3 teeth, right? Okay, what about this one? I like the handle better, right? This seems to be, I think his only problem area is right on his back, right? Wee-hee. Hot mess. Hot mess, little one. He's about 10 times better than his last grooming. Now this is a perfect example of a cat owner who doesn't run a comb through their cat's coat in between grooming appointments. And then what happens is all of that dead coat just starts to build up and get trapped and starts to mat is what's happening with his coat. If you were to get a hold of just your basic maintenance comb and learn how to do a 1-minute fire drill like this little JW de-shedding comb, it's like 12 bucks. If you use one of these, learned how to do a 1-minute fire drill, which means just get it through your cat's coat, every square inch of your cat's coat in less than a minute, none of this matting would ever happen in the first place, right? Yeah, none of that would ever happen. Yeah. Wow. Wow. We got him on the bed because he's a senior cat. Beds are pretty essential when you're working with a senior cat. 2 skulls. How are ya? We got Dougie. Dougie is in the house. He's a cutie patootie. He's one of my original clients. I've been grooming him ever since he was just a little bit over a year old, right? He's a cutie patootie. Now, I'm using my power tool, which is a slicker brush, something you're really not supposed to be using on cats. But show your butt. I'll show you my face if you show me your butt. Deal? Deal? Yes, no? No deal? Oh well. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. With the help of the Le Pouche Detangling Spray, it's like magic. It's like magic. Once you get that spray in your cat's coat, you should be able to save it. As long as the cat is not pelted, you're gonna be able to. Wonderful. I just had some cheese and crackers. Nothing really. Nothing. And some soup. But thanks for asking. All right. Almost there. You're just about there. And then we're gonna get him in the tub, degrease him, wash, rinse, repeat, shampoo, and then send him on his merry way home after he's dry. Right? Now I'm using that slicker brush because we're trying to break down a really heavily matted, impacted coat. It's just not exactly a tool you want to use on the daily when you're grooming your cat. It will start to shred the cat's coat, right? Almost like along the same lines as the damage if you're trying to use a Furminator on your short hair cat. It will start to shred all of that guard hair, which is the darker hair. So most groomers, cat groomers, are not going to be using a Furminator on a short hair cat, right? They pretty much replaced it with a tool called Refurbish. That seems to be what's replaced it, right? For cat groomers. And that tool looks a lot like a Furminator, but it's supposed to be designed to not cut any of that guard hair, right? So I'm going to use that after the bath, right? This is just your basic standard, well, it's not standard, this is the Lathe Pooch dematting brush, double barrel, right? It's a power tool, so it's going to have a lot of torque. It's not going to little nitpick. It's going to really take some power and get in there and get it all done quickly. And then the trick is just to not go down to the skin, right? Keep everything up on the surface with what you're doing with that slicker brush. Otherwise, you're going to end up giving your cat a brush burn on their skin. Not good, right? Which could lead to an infection, right? That's not good either. Which could lead to a round of antibiotics and back and forth at your vet's office, right? All because you just didn't know how to use a grooming tool correctly, right? So, just stay off the skin. Just stay off the skin. What? Shuji, what are you doing? Shuji? Shuji? Uh-oh. Shuji's up to no good. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, so, you know how I talk about the piano comb being one of my favorite combs? The piano comb is really more for long hair cats. This is the short hair version of the piano comb, which is the number 13 by Chris Christensen. So this is your piano comb for a short hair cat, but it's a different brand. This one is about 3 times the price as my long hair piano comb. This is about $65 from Chris Christensen. It's their number 13 comb, right? But it is an essential go-to tool if you are a cat groomer. It's one of most cat groomers' favorite tools is this number 13 comb, especially for a short hair cat, right? It's one of their favorites. Hello, 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 hello. Are you purring? Well, he's in a good place. I think he enjoys the idea of being washed and coiffed afterwards. So he's willing to, you know, like Dr. Phil says, what's the payoff? If he's good for his grooming, he knows the payoff is he's going to go home. He's going to get all kinds of love and extra attention. Yeah, he's going to feel good. It's kind of a win-win. He's figured it out, right? He's figured it out. Now this is the litmus test. Being able to run this comb through this guy's coat. That's my litmus test to let me know when he's ready for his bath, right? Alright, let's get those nails done. You're sticking on everything, little man. What? Might be ingrown. Let's see. Let's take a look again. Not quite, but almost. Which is why he was probably so sensitive about that. We're about to get him in the bath and slather him down with some groomer's goop to degrease him, right? Yeah. All done. All right. The only thing we haven't done is we haven't checked his undercarriage. So let's check that now. Wow. wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right, ready, steady, here we go. Yeah, it's going straight through. Let's see if we can get this one through. Yeah. It's going straight through. It's going straight through. Good buddy. Now, what is one of the most notorious places on a short haircut that you never want to forget to do, right? Anyone know? I'll tell you in a minute. Or at least what I've noticed whenever grooming a short haircut. What's the one spot on a short haircut that's always pretty notorious that you never want to forget about? It is these back haunches back in here, right? They're usually impacted. All right, I'll try it a different way. Senior cats are usually going to be really sensitive about their back legs. Why? Anyone guess? Anyone want to take a guess why a senior cat would be sensitive on their back legs? Bingo! Ding, ding, ding. Who got that right? Cook, you are a student. You are an A student, Cook. All right, this spray is just glorious. Put it this way, if I didn't have this spray, this procedure would not be as comfortable for the cat. So anything that's going to make it better and more comfortable and faster for the cat. You live 2,000 miles away, right? How do you know, right? How do you know what pressure I'm using, what techniques I'm using? You don't. You just want to assume. You just want to assume that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? Right? Why? So that makes you feel better about yourself? Really? Maybe? Now, if you were here 5 minutes ago, you weren't, but if you were, I just repeated everything you just said. I just repeated everything you just said, right? So that people would be mindful of everything you just said. But see, because you jumped into the live late, you want to just assume that that's not being taught. You want to assume that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? So maybe, just maybe, you need to shut the fuck up. And maybe, just maybe, we need to turn the comment section off shortly, right? Because apparently, I can understand why the public would come onto a live and watch a cat being groomed and just assume that that groomer doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Why? Because 90% of them don't. That's probably why. So it's not exactly your fault, is it? Right? But I can guarantee you, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So shut the fuck up, right? Today is not the day, people. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. Just saying. Ready, steady, here we go. Today is not the day, people. Just saying. I promise you. Meow. Meow. There you go. Alright. Oh. Oh. Alright, what's next? We're gonna do a groomer scoop. Full degreasing treatment. Waka waka. We're gonna use the Pink Paw Pal on the head because it's just a much better product. It's just so much easier to rinse out, right? So that's why we use the Pink Paw Pal on the head. But we use that groomer scoop for everything else, right? Wow, 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 wow. Could he be any cuter? No, not really. I don't think it gets a whole lot cuter than Dougie. I feel spoiled. I just did 3 back-to-back magic bubble cats, right? All born and bred for beautiful temperament. It's just glorious, people. Magic bubble cats. People say, what's your favorite breed? No. Ask me what my favorite temperament is. It's going to be the magic bubble cat, right? This guy. And the 2 that I just did earlier, right? Yeah. Alright, so this is a 5-minute treatment. 5 to 10 minute treatment, depending on how bad your cat's coat is, right? It's always better to go over than under, right? So if your cat is really, really oily, I would push it to a 10-minute treatment rather than the 5 minutes, right? Yeah. That way you get the full effects, right? Yeah. Meow, 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 meow. All right, one more, and we're almost there. We are almost there, little one. Wee. Full. He's getting a full degreasing because he is just covered. Now his grooming, his last grooming was 10 times worse than this grooming because he went MIA, didn't you? He's like, yeah, I was kidnapped. No, you weren't. He went MIA for a while. So when I went to groom him, the entire undercoat that came out of his coat was about this, like a mountain. It's about that high, right? Yeah. Because it all just, as it's shedding, it just stays trapped in the cat's coat, right? Yeah. It's really important to get a hold of a comb, especially a short hair, especially an exotic. There. Right there. Right? Well, good for you, buddy. Why are you complaining, right? Why are you comparing your cat to other people's cats, right? Why are you comparing what happens to your cat? Do you know how many other breeds are out there besides your cat? It's just like everything seems to be about what you experience with your cat. If you could just look outside of yourselves for once, people, right? And understand that there are hundreds of other kinds of cats out there with hundreds of other kinds of grooming needs, right? Hundreds, right? Why, right? Why did you join a cat grooming channel and subscribe to it to then downplay my profession? That's my question. Why did you subscribe to this channel, bitch? Just asking. Does that answer your question? I hope so. Not today, people. Not today. Alright, little one. He's like, what are we doing now? You're doing your face, your eyes, and somewhat of your ears. Yeah, a little bit of your ears. No, not yet. No, not yet. Almost. Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Alright, what I'm going to do is take a white washcloth, put some nice warm water on it, right? Put a little tearless foaming shampoo, and that makes for a beautiful, relaxing eye cleaning, right? If you took a cold washcloth and everything was cold, do you honestly think the cat would be enjoying it and leaning into it the way he's doing? So sometimes it's just simply a matter of minding the temperature of what you're working with, right? To create a more comfortable experience for your cat, right? Something as simple as just making sure the temperature is nice and warm, right? Yeah. So for every eye cleaning in the bath, it's going to be a warm washcloth, and it actually feels good to the cat, right? Yeah. I don't know any cat who does not like this process. I've never met him. Alright, now, let's see if we can open up the tail. And then while we're waiting for that to process, we're going to just take our JW comb, the shedding comb, and just kind of run it through the coat, trying to work it through, right? We're just doing this while we wait for it to process, right? There's really nothing more to do right now because everything is being treated with the degreaser, right? And then because that degreaser is very slippery, you can use it as a detangling if you come across any kind of mats, right? So you could be doing that. Wow. 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 Good buddy. Alright. Look, you gotta stay. We're not leaving. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Wow. He's like, get out of my way, bitch. Dougie. Dougie. You say, I got things to do, lady. Make it snappy. Okay, well, we're going as fast as we can. But we don't want to short stop this process, right? Salted. Alright. Ready, steady. For what? For your face. There we go. Alright, you know your mommy and daddy are watching, right? They're right in there, in YouTube land. Yep. He's like, great. Good boy. You're adorable. Yes, you are. Alright, so we're going to work on the first quarter, third, head, chest, front paws, and then we're going to go to the back, tail, back legs, and then we're going to save the body for last. Alright, ready? Head out. Head's going straight back, so everything on his head drains down the back of his head and not straight into his eyes. Right? You understand, right, people? Actually, I think I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. There we go. You got this. You got this. Alright, so we're going to work on all of his appendages, his head, and his mane while we're waiting for that degreaser to work. Why can't I fix this? Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to fix something. There we go. Golden. Alright. Perfect. Alright, warm wash. Some Darrow. Meow. from Degreasing Shampoo. We're going to do a dynamic duo with F&T and Orvis for a really deep clean, right? Yeah, that was from TikTok. They have a flying saucer one, apparently, that has a better plug that's magnetic. Yeah. The thing with the duck is it's not going to last very long if you're not protecting the charging outlet with some, here, nope, with some electrical tape. If you don't protect that charging outlet, it's really not going to last that long. So that's the reason why I'm able to get mine to last. Or just get the flying saucer one. That one has like a magnetic charger, so I don't think you have to worry about the charging part corrupting it and getting wet, and it makes it stop working, right? You don't have to worry about that. The UFO. Waka 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 waka. What's the best way to wash and coif your short hair cat? Just get an exfoliating glove. Yeah. It's one of the best ways to get a really good clean. He kind of looks kind of sad and Mona Lisa to me. He looks a little sad, Mona Lisa. Are you a little sad, Mona Lisa? He's like, no, not really, bitch. Really? Dope. Dope. Got it. Got it. Does your daddy know that you swear? He's like, don't tell him. I was just curious. Don't tell him. Alright. I swear like a sailor too, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I noticed. To answer that last person's comment, right? That was my mistake. My mistake to think that I could have a goddamn comment section when school is out and the children have nothing to do with themselves, right? Tweens, the most dangerous animal on this planet. Just saying. You know, those same tweens back in Salem, all they had to do at the age of 10, 11, 12, just point a finger, which those little tweens murdered people, and the whole town bought into it, right? Tweens are the most dangerous animal on this planet. You all need to go find some extracurricular activities, right, to do after school on the weekend, right? Right? Just saying. He's like, what's a tween? Nobody. There. Alright, we're getting all of that groomer scoop out. And we're going to start on a degreasing shampoo, followed by a finishing shampoo. And then we'll get him in the dryer box and fluff him out and send him on his merry way home. Right? Yeah. And I'm going to go back to listening to my movie. Right? You'll have fun. We'll see you at the next grooming, right? But for now, that comment section is staying off. Right? So that me and Dougie can get back to having our spa day at a cat grooming salon on a cat day where we don't have to deal with this bullshit right? This bullshit is optional. Either I leave the comment section on or I leave it off. Guess what? It's no, people. Right? For no other reason than the children are out of school. Right? Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. We could make it 18 and older. We could. Maybe we'll do that for the next slide. Right? Yeah. Alright. This Oravis and F&T is a really deep cleaning for the first shampoo. It's going to get all of that old oil, crud, all of that to let go and release and wash down the drain, right? Kind of like a full reset, right? Like a full reset. Now, what I'll usually do is take a little rabbit brush and start trying to pull out a lot of that dead undercoat, which is holding on to a lot of dander and oil. Make sure that's coming out. Yeah. I can either do it that way, or I can take a small little face comb. This is the retired number 13, which is now a wet tool, and I'm going to use that, right? And that's going to grab all of that old dead undercoat, which has all that oil and dander stuck to it. It's like a magnet, okay? If you don't get that out, you're really not going to get a high quality grooming, right? For those of you who care about that. Alright, I'm ready. Good buddy. Good buddy. You did it. You did it. He's such a sad little Mona Lisa boy. The only thing missing is a little I'm wet meow, which he doesn't seem to have, right? You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Woohoo! All right, love. All right, you ready? He's like, for what? For your luxurious lather with the beautiful Chris Christensen shampoo? He's like, that sounds fancy. It is. My last groomer used Dawn dishwashing soap. Yeah. Well, she wasn't really a cat groomer if she was using Dawn dishwashing soap. Right? She's like, yeah, I guess not. That would explain why the whole place was surrounded by dogs and they were barking. Yipper. That's a dog grooming shop. Hee. Alright. Make sure we don't forget those back haunches. Those are notorious. We're holding on to all kinds of stuff, right? If you don't address that in the bath, it's going to bite you in the ass later, right? And you're going to have haunches just covered with dander, still trapped, right? So you want to just make sure you get all that out using a little comb, something. You need it. Now, what do I always say about the Chuck Bar? As long as the coat is short, it's safe, relatively safe to use, and very, very effective. Are we leaving? He's like, I was thinking about it. And tail. Good, buddy. We're going to add the Chubb's bar to these problem areas just to ensure they have a really nice deep clean, right? These are problem areas. The front of that leg and the back of it. They're never properly cleaned, right? Usually never properly cleaned. Alright, and rinse. There you have it. Cute as a button. We're going to double towel wrap him and let him sit in the dryer box for a little bit. Right? And then we're going to fluff him. Right? We're going to fluff him. He's like, that sounds fancy. Now we're just making sure our fingers are telling us that all of that shampoo is rinsed out. Yep. Your fingertips will tell you. Right? Same as when you wash your own hair. Good, buddy. You got this. You got this. You want some treats? You want like a 2 treat? We got all kinds of different ones. We got churro. We got the generic churro. We got greens. We got tuna flakes. What you want? What you want? He's like, I'm watching my figure. Never mind. I'll pass for now. Really? Are you not feeling well? He's like, nah. I'm just not hungry. Alright. Well, if you change your mind, just let me know. Good buddy. Good buddy. He's got a very thick, dense coat. And the back part of his coat never passed the test. Something just happened there. My fingers just told me he's not done. Not sure why that happened. Other than maybe that Lay Pooch detangling spray was protecting the coat from the degreaser. I don't know. It's fine now. Alright, there you have it. You did it. Now, if you feel that you're not sure whether your cat's coat is rinsed out or not, especially when you have like an exotic, Scottish, British, a really thick coat like this guy, if you're not sure, just do a submersive rinse, right? Get him in the tub and do a submersive rinse, right? Yeah, if you're not sure, right? You do it that way. And I'm just gonna wrap up the tools and do what I would normally do anyway, right? So that I'm not taking too much extra time to do this one step, right? Yeah. So a submersive rinse is just going to get that cat's coat rinsed all the way down to the skin everywhere, right? In case you're worried that you're not able to rinse your cat out effectively, yeah. This is one way you can be sure. cat client ever. Ever, ever, ever. His name is Dougie. Wow. You ready for your towel wrap? He's like, yeah. Good buddy. So how old are you now, Dougie? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. Really? You be 16. Yeah. I think it's 16. Yeah. You did it. Good boy. Wah. Wah, wah, wah. We did it, Ma. We did it, Ma. Did it, Ma? Good buddy. And we're back. There. You ready? Just want to make sure we clean that all back down effectively because we were using that detangling spray, which is kind of oily from Lake Hooch, right? Just to break his coat down easily and quickly, right? Waka 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 waka. How do you feel? He's like, I feel great. Do you want to try it, Chiru? He's like, I'll take a taste. How about chicken? No chicken? We got chicken and we got tuna. Now, what I usually do is I'll just bop it on the nose if they don't try it. You want them to at least just taste it. So I'll do a little bop. And then once they lick that off their nose, they're like, and they get a taste. And then they can decide whether they want it or not. Nope. All right. So I always do that first. There. There you go. Good boy. All right. First towel wrap is useless. Completely soaked. You always want to do a double towel wrap, even on a short haircut, right? Yeah. That. Get rid of that. There we go. Good buddy. Gotcha. Gotcha. Here you go. We'll probably just do a set it and forget it. We're going to run this through his entire coat and then put him in the dryer box. Capiche? Capiche. Capiche? Capiche. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. Let's get him. I was thinking about it. Almost there. You're almost there. Got washed and cloth and matted. Yeah. Now we're going to work on your face trim. Right? We're going to work on your face trim right before we get you the dryer. See if we can get a close up. So we're going to comb all of that forward with a little face comb, right? This one, honestly, I feel like it's overpriced. It was like over $20. I've seen face combs for $5. So maybe if you hop over onto Groomer Smart, the link in the link that's on my channel, they might have a better selection. I'm not sure. Good, Letty. Alright, now we're going to run this comb through his entire coat. We're going to do a set it and forget it, and then put him in that dryer box. Good, buddy. Guess we can push him off into that corner. Cat corners are great because the can can't go anywhere, so we got them all right where we need them in this little corner, right? You're doing it, buddy. Good, buddy. Awesome possum. Wow. Meow. He's 16 years old, so we're utilizing this bed to try to keep him them as comfortable as possible. You did it. You did it. Good boy. Alright, you ready? He's like, for what? For your dryer box. Alright, have fun. Have fun in there. Good boy. We'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye. Alright. Turn that on. Still not working right. Are you gonna fail the... Nope, still not working right. All of my electronics stopped working 48 hours ago. And I don't know why. Wow. Better. Better. Alright, let's see if we can bribe him with some churro. Here you go. Come here. Okay. You want a snack? He's like, nah. Alright, no problem. We're gonna let him hang out in there for a little bit. I'll give him about a minute to decide whether he's gonna decide he's not gonna accept that drying option. If he doesn't accept it, I'll just take him out, right? So this is an exotic cat, very, very thick, heavy undercoat cat, right? So almost the same exact cat as my British Shorthair, right? They look a lot alike. They have the same, pretty much the same exact coat. Lots and lots of shedding and buildup of undercoat, and it all just kind of stays trapped in that coat if you're not going to take a comb to pull it out, right? It just starts to build up. So if you find yourself a perfect maintenance comb for your cat and learn how to do a 1-minute fire drill, that's going to prevent what was happening to Dougie. I recommend the JW. It's not the fanciest, but it is a workhorse. You will never lose it. It'll never get sucked up in your vacuum. It has an ergonomic handle. The teeth will never rust. They will never bend. It's a de-shedding comb, right? It's perfect and ideal for that kind of coat, right? Yeah. It's like 12 bucks, right? That's what I recommend. Yep. There are other combs on the market that are similar, but the teeth will start to bend out of place or they might start to rust. You will never. This is probably 10 years old. No, this is the white and blue one. So, but the gray and white one that's in the bath, in the same exact condition. The gray ones are all 10 years old at the very minimum, 10 years old, right? Do you see one tooth out of place or bent? No. Really, really high quality product, right? For a very generic price, right? Hello. He's like, I want out. I want out. I want out. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Can I give you a toy or something to play with? Some kind of distraction? Can I give you some type of a distractionary technique? Will that work? Little mylar? Little mylar action? No? You're not playing? You're not playing? I'll just leave that in there for now. If It seems to have confused him slightly. Alright. Mylar is great. Anything Mylar. You get those little tiny Mylar balls, they'll just start floating if you throw them in the dryer box. Perfect cat toy, right? Yeah. Alright, we're going to save him in a few minutes. Now I'm supposed to offer some kind of juicy tidbit during the drying of the cats, right? That's my juicy tidbit. If you have a dryer box, get a hold of some Mylar or little Mylar toys or balls and throw them in the dryer box. And if the cat doesn't like the dryer box, see if you can get them interested in playing with the toys in the dryer box. See if that helps, right? Meow. Meow. So that's my juicy tidbit for this live, right? It doesn't seem to do anything for Dougie. That doesn't mean it's not going to be effective for other cats. It just doesn't work for him, right? Well done. Well done. I think the comment section is now open, so you guys can have at it. Have fun with that, right? Oh, and I'll just do a cleanup in aisle 2, right? Yeah. We're gonna do a cleanup in aisle 2. Yeah. Oh, looks like someone already may have beat me to it. Yeah. No, I'll take care of it. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Somebody knew about the lipstick trick. Not exactly an old trick. Yeah. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're doing a cleanup in aisle 2 where we unsubscribe all the people who did subscribe to a cat grooming channel. What the hell do you think was going to happen at a cat grooming salon, right? You were going to see cats being groomed, right? So why don't you go subscribe to a cupcake channel or a fishing channel, you know, something else. Don't come back. And if you do come back, we got your number. We're gonna blast them. Shampooing dryers, those variable speed dryers are really handy when you're blowing out a short hair cat with this amount of coat, very thick, lots of undercoat. We did most of the shedding before the bath and during the bath, but wait, there's more.
the short hair shampoo package is the best de-shedding tool for your short hair cut, period.
Ready, steady, here we go. Up you go. Up you go. Good boy. Alright, we're going to do a triple happy hoodie. Starting with an extra small. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Large. Folded back. Triple. Triple. Can you breathe? He's like, just barely. Alright. Here we go. Nope. Take that off. What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the problem? Okay. Better? He's like, yeah. I don't think he can handle the nozzle. Oh, thanks, two skulls. I didn't see that. All right, turn you around. Sorry. him off his feet. Well, there we go. Good buddy. Good buddy. Take them off one at a time so we don't startle him with that sound. I think we're done popping them. Yeah, we're done. Now, all we gotta do is a final comb out under a nice warm dryer. I'm gonna use that comb. You feel comfy? He's like, yeah. You feel like a new man? He's like, yeah. And you'll find a new girlfriend? Nah. Really? He's like, I'm over women. Really? No girlfriends in your life? Nah. He's like, I'm too old for that shit. But you're really handsome. You're a ladies' man. You could have any girl you wanted. He's like, really? Yep, sir. Promise. I promise. Alright, so that was a full coat restoration. We brought his coat back to pristine condition. No more oil, no more dander, no more knots. And we didn't just rely on a little bit of waterless shampoo dumped into his coat to get this quality groom, right? No. You would never in a million years be able to get this kind of quality, as well as all of the shedding of that cat's coat. None of that would have happened if I had just reached for a $5 bottle of foaming waterless shampoo that other groomers are calling your cat's bath. So please be mindful of the semantics that groomers play with cat owners. Don't be a victim of their little reindeer games, because for them it is a game. Let's see how much we can get over on that cat client, right? Yeah. Let's see how much we can charge them, and let's see how little we can possibly do to that cat and charge as much as possible. It's kind of like the MO. That's the MO, people. So once you become mindful of that, you're going to be more aware. Just don't let them play that game with you, okay? Right? Alright, the haunches are a little damp. Okay, let's get that going. Let's just get that going. You know, we could probably use something a little bit stronger. This one here, a little bit stronger. You did it. You did it. You did it. Wah. 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 You did it. Wah, wah, wah. Right, let's give you the 360. There you have it. One glorious 16-year-old exotic little boy getting his, now he's purring. People were saying he was purring earlier. Nah. No, now he's purring. He knows he's done and he feels wonderful. Right? Yeah. Wow. Wow. Alright, thanks for joining us. All the best. Thank you to Skulls for all your love and support. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you in the middle of throwing someone in the basement? See if you can hear the purring. Purring? Did you make it stop? Here, let's try it again. Let's go over here. You probably hear it over here. Can you hear it? He sounds like a dove. Tell me when you can. Tell me when you can. Oh, you can hear it? All right. Yeah, he sounds like a little dove. He's so precious. Yeah, he feels good. Yeah. There you have it. There you have it. Hold on. Gotta wipe those eyes. But according to YouTube land, the cat is terrified. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. It's been coming here for the last 15 years now. But according to YouTube, he's terrified. The more you watch cat grooming, the more you're going to learn and the more you're going to pay attention and the more you're going to understand what the hell is actually really going on, right? So, yeah. The problem is there's not a whole lot of live cat grooming. So it's kind of a mystery to a lot of people, right? There you have it. All the best. Should we try and see what the the refurbish is going to do? Oh. Let's try it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a little bit of that. Right? Very last step. Very last step. Right? This is from Australia. This is the replacement for the Terminator. This is what most all cat groomers are using now. Who got the memo? It has that little button to get rid of all of that extra fur. Apparently this is not supposed to damage any of the guard hair, which is what the problem was with the Terminator. Okay. Love it. He's delicious. You're just delicious. Alright, say goodbye to YouTube. There he is. Thanks again. All the best. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.